What's up, Blockheads? Today we're going to be working again on the Honda Grom. We're going to be installing a Yoshimura exhaust. Reese on the assist. Alright, so I don't know why, but for some reason every mod that I decide to do on the Grom, Reese is here, so he's like the designated Grom installer helper. So today we're going to be doing a pretty common modification on the Honda Grom, and we're going to be replacing this big old clunky thing right here. I think stock weight on that is 11 pounds, I believe, and then the weight on the Yoshimura exhaust is like 3 to 4 pounds, so pretty good weight savings. And then I heard it actually opens it up a bit and actually adds to some top end, so that'll be a cool perk.
Very much.
And it won't sound like a leaf blower anymore. So that's a good thing. So basically in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to take off the stock exhaust and install an aftermarket exhaust. Pretty easy stuff. It's just going to be like, I think 5 bolts to take off the stock one, and then putting on the Yoshimura is not that much more difficult. So it's a pretty easy installation process. So let's check out what we got here. All right, unwrap, snap. Oh yeah, change into gloves too. So the reason I'm wearing gloves is because if you guys touch the exhaust, any of the metal pieces and the oils from your hands get onto them, and then it heats up, it's going to cause it to discolor. It's going to cause that bluing look, which I don't want. One of the reasons I ordered this exhaust is because it has that stainless look, you know, and it's got the kind of gold bronzing color around the welds. I will provide the link to it down in the description below. But looking over the quality of it, man, the welds are super nice. What do you think about those? Pretty damn good, right?
Yeah.
It looks really good. I'm gonna have to get some like better pictures like with my phone or something. Going over the actual muffler, probably one of the reasons it was as cheap as it was is because whenever you go around to the backside, the carbon fiber, the weave doesn't line up all the way around. But honestly, I don't care about that, just because you're never gonna see the back of it, right? But the rest of it, man, it looks great. And it does have a spot where you can take the baffle out. Yeah, you can take the baffle out with that bolt right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave it in to start off, and then see how it sounds, and then if we want it louder, you can see. It does come with some hardware as well, a couple of the retention springs, and then it also has some rivets, which there's nowhere to put rivets in it. I'm thinking those are probably just replacements in case any of these end up coming out or something. So, but we'll just keep those in the toolbox just in case we need them. So what we're gonna do now real quick is we're gonna start the bike up just so we can hear the stock exhaust, so we can have some kind of comparison baseline. Yeah, wah, wah, thumbs down. What do you think about that? Straight leaf blower. Yeah, so we're gonna fix that right meow. So let's get to work on getting this one off. Pretty easy stuff. Yep. All right, in traditional tech fashion, Reese is taking over. So we're basically just gonna loosen, you actually keep this one on, don't take it off all the way. So loosen everything up, loosen that one there. You've got 2 of them there and there. Need a longer extension? There we go.
Try not to make it come up and slap the peg.
Right, all right, so yeah, you've got a bolt there, and then same on the other side. Working in close quarters here towards Harley's.
You got your magnetic tray?
Yep.
Thank you, sir. Okay, longer one is on the right side.
All right, so after that, you just got the bolts going into the head here.
That's like 4 foot-pounds probably. That came off with no effort at all.
These are, I want to say 21 foot-pounds.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's supposed to be a 21, but there's also no thread lock around them.
No, not at all.
Which we'll probably throw some on there. All right, so it should just
pop right down. Yep.
Bam. All right, so basically keep that back one set up so that it doesn't drop down. And as soon as you take the back one out.
Ready?
Yep.
And make sure, just so you don't lose track of what goes where.
All right, so that is the stock exhaust.
Jesus.
It's heavy, right?
Yeah.
Does that feel more than 12 pounds though?
Dude, that's probably close to 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say at least 15 pounds.
So that's how you take the stock exhaust off, and it's crazy the amount of clearance you get without that thing on there. So it's pretty much as easy as that to get the first initial pipes back on. So we're gonna take this one here. You're gonna line the flange up right here with the bolts there. We're gonna lightly put them on, not snug anything up, and then start to figure out kind of how everything lines up.
Oh, that's not gonna fit. That'd be a good one.
All right, so Reese just had this really funny idea while we're assembling it. What was that, Reese?
Do you want to start it up without the muffler on?
So we're gonna be stupid for a second and start it up with just the pipe.
Exhaust, exhaust.
Yep. It's gonna be crazy loud. Ready? Dude, it sounds good.
Oh my god.
Dude, this sounds better than I thought.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right.
I love when our ideas come together.
Right. Let's get the rest of it on. All right, so that part obviously just messing around, but so the bolts there are loose. We are going to basically put the muffler on and kind of work to line it all up. So from the looks of it, from what we can tell, it looks like you just need the springs here and here, and then this piece basically which wraps around the exhaust, and then we'll run that bolt through. This rubber piece obviously goes in between to keep it protected. I'm gonna wipe that down. But once we've got it all kind of together, we're gonna leave it all loose, and then we're gonna adjust it so we can kind of pull it in a little more. Not really sure what this is for. I think they might just send you that. Reese is saying, what are you saying? They might send you that to...
From the Gen 1 to the Gen 2, the bracketry might be different on it.
Yeah. All right, so we've got this rubber piece basically over the, well, Reese has gotten this rubber piece over this this little bracket right here.
These are your best friends.
Basically able to pull the rubber apart. Yeah, we're gonna slide it over the exhaust. We've got a little more tucked. Just slide over, and then we're gonna be running this bolt. It's gonna be a hell of a clamp. And then run the bolt through, clamp those together. Cool. All right, so a little loose right now, but we're going to obviously tighten it up once we get everything set up here. All right, so we got that all done up. Next up, gonna get the springs on here. Gonna have to pull these things quite a ways, as you can see from the length of them right there. Gonna use a pick, basically like a hook-ended pick. There we go. So the difference between, they send you short springs and then the bigger spring as well, but the bigger spring, even though it's longer, barely, it has more tension, so it's gonna hold the exhaust on tighter.
Just clamp it in just a little bit. Just like that.
So it hooks over a little more. So then we're gonna torque these down. The torque spec is right here on the screen. So we're gonna bust out the torque wrench, torque those down, and then we're gonna start it up. All right, so that is torqued to 20 foot-pounds as per the service manual. Tighten there, springs on, tighten there. We're good to go. All right, so.
Moment of truth.
Woo!
That sounds a lot better.
Dude, that sounds good. Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
All right, well that is how you guys install an exhaust on a Honda Grom. Comparatively, I'm used to working on Harleys and sport bikes. I mean, this one's classified as a sport bike, but dude, it's just so easy to work on this bike. It's one of the big reasons that I enjoy it. It's because parts are cheap and it is super easy to work on. Anyways, it's not very difficult. Just be sure you follow your torque specs. Manufacturer whatever instructions they send, if they send any instructions, should have at least some torque specs. Bolting up the exhaust to the head, pretty super easy. Very, what was it, like 20 to 22 foot-pounds or something? Super easy, man. And after this video, I'm actually going to do a exhaust demo video so that you guys can hear kind of how the exhaust sounds, you know, like I'll start it up so you can hear it idle, hear it under load, etc., in a parking garage and all that. So that'll be the next video. If you guys have any questions on the install, be sure to drop them in the comments down below. Pretty straightforward stuff. Super easy, like I said, as compared to we actually installed an exhaust on Reese's 2017 Dyna right after, and man, it took way longer. Seriously, I don't know, that installing the exhaust on this thing maybe took an hour, if that. I mean, that's because we were filming. Honestly, if we would have just straight up been doing that, the exhaust, like not filming, it would have been super fast. Maybe 45 minutes maybe. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. If you guys aren't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon while you're over there so it sends you notifications of future uploads and all that. If you guys want a chance to win the Block Box, check out Patreon at patreon.com/blockheadmoto. Blockbox is a monthly thing that I do, basically give away some goodies. Oh man, it's raining over there. Need to get back. But first, I'm gonna hooligan around in this lot just a little bit. Anyways, yeah, you guys check out Patreon. Chance to win some of those goodies. Until next time, you guys, ride safe out there, stay vigilant, and I'll catch y'all later. Deuces. Whoa, this is open. Ooh.